Hello, hello. Welcome to Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live. Good morning to you, D. Hello to Blake and Shania and Efon and Amy and Tess and Felix and Rand all here. We got Ladician on Twitch and Jack the Quipper on YouTube, who I believe that's AJ, right? Yeah, Shania, what's up? Okay, and everyone already guessing one across. We got Scav. Wow, okay. Chat came to play today, which I did too. So let's dive right into the crossword puzzle. I have one loaded. It's a really pretty grid. Am I alone in thinking that? Something just very pleasing about these diagonal stripes. And we got Miniest Mini on YouTube. Today's puzzle does have a title. We're solving Stan Newman's Daily Crossword from today. It's by Jerry Clarkson, and it's called Letter Openers. So I don't know yet what that means, but presumably we will in due time. Come into view is one across, and everybody seems in unanimous agreement that it should be appear. It does fit. It does work with the clue, so I'm happy enough. And Margaret is here sending a heart. Thanks, Margaret. Let's check one down. Why not? Blake says, there you have it, a letter opener. Is that a joke because every word in a crossword puzzle begins with a letter, or am I missing something about appear? It is an opener of our crossword puzzle, and it is comprised of letters, so... Shania says, does anyone remember that Gothic S we wrote in our notebooks? I absolutely do, Shania. I know exactly what you're talking about. Back from boating, by the way. AJ on YouTube and Amy and Tina are saying ashore. Ashore, that makes sense. Back from boating. When you're boating, you're a sea, and when you're back, you're ashore. I'm happy enough with that. Yeah, D likes it. All right, athletic college major. Not exactly sure what they're talking about here. What was the debate? I see, oh, astern. Astern? Interesting. I see what you're saying, because the stern is the back of the boat, right? But then it would just be back from boating. I don't know, back from boating. Let's stick with ashore for now. And if we run into trouble, we'll try astern. Meanwhile, Scav and Shania and Blake and D are all saying phys ed. Nice. Physical education, athletic college major. Yeah, fair enough. I guess so. Phys ed. Good. The SH is looking promising at 12 across. Seat for a service at 3 down. Seat for a service, 3 letters starting with a P. I have a guess about what this could be. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with Scav and Blake and D and Shania. Pew. Margaret as well. Yeah, pew is the seats in church are pews. So for a church service is what we're talking about here. Okay, so far very smooth solve, huh? Scab giving me a good little rebus emoji with a cross and a seat for pew. That's great. Very clever. Nepalese climber. Nepalese climber. By the way, Shania, why did you bring up that Gothic S? Was there a follow-up on that? Or were you just wondering if anyone else remembers it? Oh, it's because it looks like the grid. That's what you're saying. Wow, I just saw it. I asked you that question. I looked back at the grid, and now I see that exactly what you're talking about. Danger Playground is here saying Sherpa. Ooh, and we got Friedemann on YouTube saying Sherpa, and Barbara McDowell back on Facebook. Welcome to you. Okay, yeah, Sherpa makes sense. These are folks who grew up in Nepal and help with others with trekking, things like Everest. Times given names. Times given names. I don't know why this is a weird clue to read, but I think I got what they're talking about. Morning, Jessica. How you doing? Yeah, Larry Locke and EJ and Rand and Adelmo all saying eras and Connor Atkins. Yeah. I don't know why times given names is just a weird way to read that, but yeah, it's just like time spans that you give names because they're notable. It's an era of time. That was probably just my bad. Julie, thanks for that heart. Yeah, the Mesozoic era, the Enlightenment era, the eras tour. Exactly, Shania. You got them all. You're making me laugh today. BE. 5 down is BE. Ooh, Scav has a guess that was not mine. Oh, with 3 different guesses on TikTok. Okay, Timothy. I was in line with Timothy. I thought it was going to be Apian. Scav wrote Apial, which I don't know if I've seen before, but other people are agreeing. Tina wants apiary, but that's not going to fit Tina. I want to put Apian first because I don't know the word apial. But yeah, Apian does mean related to bees. So, BE. 15 across, TV ads call to action. Nice. Good entry. Yeah, D Scav and AJ and Blake all quick on this one. Why wait? Why wait? Buy now is essentially what they're saying. Buy now. Good entry. Yeah, act now, as Felix is saying. Cooper Brush is here saying the same thing. Excellent. Barbara on Facebook and Minnie on YouTube got it as well. All right, we all agree. Patio furniture material. Ah. I think I would have had trouble picking this out if we didn't already have these first 3 letters. I'm not that good with my materials, but you guys seem to be. Lisa Lavoie is here saying rattan. I think that's right. It's kind of wicker-like, right? But yeah, I definitely needed a head start on that one. I've also neglected this section over here. Let's check these out. Alias of Aurora at 18 across. Let's see. Lisa giving me yes. I'm assuming you're saying it is similar to wicker. Alias of Aurora. We're talking Eos here. Yes, Gab writes Goddess of the Dawn. So I guess Eos is maybe the Greek and Aurora is the Roman name for the Goddess of the Dawn. I don't hear Aurora much for this goddess. I feel like she's always called Eos. Remus Rabbit's title. All right. We got Scott Alexander in chat, also saying Eos. Are you affiliated with the blogger Scott Alexander? Felix and Blake and Logician and Jessica all saying, yeah, the Brer Rabbit. I don't think I ever read these stories, but I'm familiar with them. It's like child stories. And what are we looking at here? Traps in attics. Okay. At this point, we pretty much have all of these. I'll just plug this one in. We know it's plural. Wow, Scav found 2 different rabbit emojis. I didn't know there were 2. Webs, yeah, traps, not for us, but for insects. Webs are indeed traps. Nice one, D and Tess. Great. Oh, Blake says they're trickster tales. Is the Brer Rabbit a trickster? And Connor Atkins says it's from Splash Mountain. All right, that was a very smooth opening section. I feel like that bodes well for our progress today. HSers hurdles. I am going to assume that HSers stands for high schoolers. That's what I would think. And Amy Gallia just giving me the single letter. Ledition and Rand agree, as does AJ and D. Yeah, the SATs, high schoolers take the SATs, and they are indeed hurdles for many. Great Kid Lit Detective. We got 2 Kid Lit. We got 2 Kid Lit entries right next to each other. I think I didn't read these books. I only know this from crosswords. This name is often clued in this exact way in crossword puzzles. But yeah, apparently it's Great Nate, as you all seem to know. Did you guys read Great Nate? Because I did not. Jilly got this. Jessica and Blake, nice. Great Nate. And I kind of can't decide which part of the puzzle I want to go into, so I'm sort of toggling back and forth here. We have Coop Cousin at 27 across. Mayday saying Nate the Great. Oh, so is it not Great Nate? It's Nate the Great? I'm going to stop saying these words because they're losing meaning to me. Lisa and Scott and Ben Summers are all saying sedan. That looks good. Yeah, Coop Cousin. Small car, we're talking. And Incognito User 900 says sedan on YouTube. All right, where to now? I kind of want to continue our left to right and check out this section. Look how choked off this corner is. We have a tiny little square of communication between this corner and the rest of the grid, and otherwise this is like basically a mini crossword segmented on its own. Same thing down here. So I hope this crossword contains enough information and we don't need our trails of letters flowing into it. Brief moment. Yeah, Minius Mini and Felix and Rand are all saying sec. I like that. It is both literally a brief moment, a second, but also it's written briefly. I think that's the joke, that it's an abbreviated term for a moment of time. Yeah, Scav says min. It could be min as well. Could be min as well. Barbara saying eon. I think that's the opposite, though, Barbara. An eon is a long moment. Authentic. Yeah, James Hendry. And, oh, Tina's saying true is better. Interesting. Oh, I would have thought real. Authentic and real seem like locks to me, although it doesn't look good with the crosses, I will say. SR, EE. And honestly, if we change sec to minute, it's not much better. So maybe it is true. Those crosses at least look realistic. Yeah, Lucinda pointing out the same thing. So good catch, guys. You guys are on your game today. We have yet to hiccup in this crossword, I think. We haven't put in a single wrong thing. Unconfident efforts. Yeah, Shania says there's barely any word that starts with SR. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Sri Lanka? How about that? Ah, good. Okay, I'm getting a lot of workarounds for TikTok censorship, but Minius Mini on YouTube got stabs, unconfident efforts. So a stab is like a guess. I'll take a wild stab at it. Oh, Sriracha, good one, Shania. Sriracha is a great one. Okay. Misprint list. Misprint list. Doing well. You guys all had a different method of getting around that censorship. I see it spelled like 6 different ways. Misprint list. Yeah, I think Lucinda and Jessica are... Oh, again, 2 possible answers. Wow. Errors? Or errata? Which is also a list of errors, but it's Latin, so it's fancy. What do we like more? Kathleen is voting errors. James Hendry is voting errata. So maybe we leave the R in and see if crosses will help us out. Fail to be. Fail to be. Oh, wait. Errata avoids another... oh, wow. Look at that. Errors, we have another SR. So unless this is Sri Lanka or Sriracha, which are only 2 SR words, then maybe errata is looking better. Yet again, a T replacing our R next to an S. So, okay, maybe we are in better shape here. Speaking of, stabs is looking better and better. Oh, I mean, true. Stabs confirmed true. That was the one we weren't sure about. And failed to be, Jilly and Tina are telling me aren't. Okay, yeah, failed to be. They aren't. Sweet. Billiards target at 16 across. Okay, well, we already have the crux of this one, I think. Yeah, dodging SR left and right. Exactly, Scav. It is a nice kind of second-level skill when solving crosswords to look ahead and see which crosses look most promising. It's not an essential skill, but makes you feel like you're doing extra, you know? Yeah, Barbara and Arian on YouTube are saying cue ball. That looks perfect. Aha! Oh, okay. And apologies. People were saying this earlier. I was not looking at the theme, but I get it now. We already have a theme. The title of the puzzle, if you weren't here at the beginning, is Letter Openers. And I'm realizing why wait and cue ball are actually theme entries in this puzzle. It's not as obvious in a puzzle that looks like this where the themers are, because there's not like, these are not super long across entries. But I think why wait and cue ball are theme entries. Does everybody see it? Yeah, the Miniest Mini sees it. AJ is asking about it. Yeah, and I think what Scav is exactly right. I don't want to give it away if anyone is still working it out, but why are why wait and cue ball good theme entries for a puzzle called Letter Openers? Yeah, Blake spelled it out perfectly, and Lucinda exactly. Y and Q. And Slim. Yeah, so these are phrases where the first word in the two-word phrase sounds like a letter. So Y and Q, except obviously they're spelled out and they mean things. Very nice. All right, so now I get it. 37 across is probably another long one. Inscrutable person. Inscrutable person. Yeah, Pizza Pete saying we might have an R, A-R-E. However, we just found an aren't. So it would be a little weird if we had an R as well. Yeah, I'm trying to think of others that it could be. GH is here saying enigma. I like that answer. Inscrutable person, an enigma wrapped in a mystery. Treats very gently. Treats very gently. Oh, interesting. Rand said entity for inscrutable person. It could be. Enigma feels a little closer to the clue to me, but I'll keep entity in mind. Good. AJ and Minnie, Larry, and we got Quiva back on TikTok. Treats very gently babies. Yeah. Interesting to clue this as a verb instead of a noun. But yeah, to baby someone is to treat them, with kid gloves, so to speak. Pizza Pete is running through all the words that sound like letters and realizing that there are a lot of them. Okay. Lisa, thanks for the rose. Choir guy. Nice. TikTok chat is heating up. Ben Summers is here and Ria saying tenor. We got Warthog back and Sean. Choir guy. Tenor looks good. Let's check out this long down because I have a feeling about what that's going to be. Stop progressing. Scav says highest voice for men. No, yeah, I think tenor, at least if you look at the four main choir parts, it's alto, soprano, bass, and tenor is the higher of the two for the male voices. Ooh, Kea wants plateau, but unfortunately plateau, it works with the clue, Kea, but it doesn't work with any of the letters we have in place. So I think Sean is closer. Dono Powers says, I'm back to practice my crossword ability. That's what I like to hear. It's a great place to do that. Okay, stagnate the great, says Ben Summers. That's hilarious. Some people were saying stagnant and some people were saying stagnate. I think stagnate is better because it works with the verb form of the clue. Stagnant is an adjective and the clue is a verb. We expect agreement between those things. KS says I was listening, not watching. Understandable. Understandable. I gotcha. Yeah, stagnate the great. I think there's a crossword theme hidden in there, Ben. You should develop that. We got Jen Couture back. And AJ, other AJ. I hate calling you that, but you seem to like it. Biscotti flavoring. Almond. Looks perfect. Lost altitude. Next to Merry Pranks. Hannah Kalani, hello to you. Also get an almond. No, there's a third AJ? No way. AJ LaRusso? How do we have three AJs in chat? Slim is saying larks. Yeah, Merry Pranks. That's a fun word. Larks and lost altitude sank. Okay, everything's working out. Everything's looking peachy here. Let's check out 29 across. Dark blue. Oh, Pretty Monroe is on YouTube as well, saying sank. Perfect. AJ3, I don't even know what I'm going to call all of you. We need to start doing that, kindergarten thing where you give people the last initial. When multiple kids have the same name. Pretty on YouTube is also saying Navy. Okay, yeah, dark blue. Lucky is saying Navy as well. Lady AJ, that's right, you're Lady AJ. Jen Couture likes Navy. Let's check. Let's go here. Sheriff's Scram. Okay, how would a sheriff say scram in particular? Laura M on TikTok is saying Navy. Good work. By the way, if you are new here, I just want to let you know we stream every single day. Every day at noon Eastern time, we're here solving a crossword puzzle. It's always a good time. And if you follow us, it's a great way to keep in touch and not miss a stream. Lady AJ, OG AJ, and new AJ. Thanks for the tip, Lucky. Maybe I'll try that. Yeah, everyone's writing get. Oh, Jack the Quipper on YouTube is saying git. That's a fair point. I'm wondering why say sheriff in particular? Why is the clue not just scram? You know, get out, get for scram kind of makes sense. So I think if it's going to be a sheriff, they're talking like small town Midwest or something, and they might be more likely to say get. It's just a hunch. We could be wrong. Maybe I'll leave it blank for now. Maybe we'll check 28 down right away. Good shot. Good shot. What do we think? Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here, you scoundrels. Exactly that kind of. Yeah, Santiago on YouTube is saying Southern vibes. That's exactly what I'm thinking too. Okay, Ken and Banshee and Bex are all saying nice. Okay, good shot. Yeah, nice. Nice one. So that does work with Git. Happy enough with this for now. Okay. Barbara McDowell likes nice. Santiago likes nice. Perfect. Meat sauce. Great. It's a relief. The G in Git is getting confirmed. Ragu. EJ, Laura, son of Canadian, Lisa, and Kea, all saying ragu, meat sauce, perfect. Should we look at 37 across? I'm suspecting. By the way, if you missed what the theme is, the title of today's puzzle is letter openers, and we noticed that these two long phrases up here, why wait and cue ball, both begin with a word that sounds like a letter, Y and Q. So I'm suspecting 37 across is going to be something similar. Oh, and it's French, which I am notoriously bad at pronouncing my French phrases. You guys can all read that, right? Okay, you're looking at your phone. It's a French phrase, and I'm trying to translate it. Disaccords looks like a disagree, maybe. Dono Power says you guys must have picked an easy mode today because I'm eating. And by eating, I think you mean you're crushing the puzzle. Kaya says, yeah, but I'm also terrible at French. Tina's given me the shrug. Oh no. I was hoping some of you would. MIT is asking, who are you? My name is Jack. It's very nice to meet you, MIT. Amy Gal and Todd Lyman have a cool guess. It fits with what we have so far. Au contraire. And it fits the slot. I think this has to be right for several reasons. It's French. I see this word that looks like it means disagree, and au contraire means on the contrary. And most importantly, it begins with O, which is a letter opener. Well done. Good guess. I think that has to be right. Todd Lyman says, I must disagree. Uh-oh, well, let's check some crosses then. Oh, or are you translating this? This means I must disagree? Is that what you're saying? Or are you disagreeing with the entry au contraire? I'm not sure. Let's let the crosses speak. Apparel. Apparel. MIT says, do you play any other games? Yes, actually, if you stick around for the end of the crossword, we're going to play a game called Hurdle, which is really fun. And at least on this channel, those are the two games we play so far, although we might play more games, because Arkadium, this is put on by Arkadium.com, and they have a million games. If you go to Arkadium.com, there are crosswords galore, hurdles galore, and tons of other things. Larry, oh, okay, we have two guesses. Apparel, tops, and togs. Okay. Togs is sort of an old-timey word, but top's a little specific for apparel, so I'm really not sure. SWK, thanks for following us. Let's do 42 across, I guess. Family Feud galore, says Blonde and Confused. Yeah, that's right. You can play Family Feud on Arkadium.com as well. Oh, Papa K wants toga, which is another one. I am from the northeastern U.S., MIT. Where are you from? Victorian Outcry. Do you go to MIT? Is that why you're called that? Or do you represent the school? Victorian outcry. Efon and James and Lucky are saying egad. Yeah, that's... Nobody says that anymore. The G works with togs, so good guess to anyone who was saying togs. Sort of a crossing of two sort of outdated terms here. Second intro. We got Lane on TikTok saying egad. Nice. Good work, everybody. Ooh, Son of Canadian still wants toga. There's just something disagreeable to me about the how specific toga is versus how general the clue is, but we can check the cross right away. Quick break. Not immediately sure. It's a little difficult. What do we think here? Ledition, O and D and Blake and Efon, nice guess. Nanosecond. So second intro, literally intro being a prefix, a clue at a prefix for the word second. Tough clue. Nanosecond. Quick break. Quick break. What do we think here? Oh, I see Amy and Scav saying something, and maybe TikTok censors this word as well, which is very strange. Yeah, Lucky, I think, is saying the same thing. Miniest Mini and AJ on YouTube can write it out, and it's snap, quick break. So we're talking, I was thinking like a rest, take 5, but no, we're talking literally a quick break. You snap a stick and you break it. Looks good. New hires concern. New hires concern. Noah really wants toga here. Oh, a nap! Oh my god! It can actually work with both? A nap? I can't believe it actually works in both directions. Apparel and a nap. Oh, I hate this. I don't know what we're gonna do. I do have a personal preference, but I don't know what the answer is. Yeah, Scav is saying toga doesn't describe all apparel. I'm feeling the same way. I'm thinking we move on for now, leave this blank, and deal with it later. Why deal with right now what we can deal with in 20 minutes? Am I right? Laura and many others are saying start date, which is a new hire's concern. I think that's a good entry. Let's just pretend we don't have a terrifying prospect in our future. Unendingly. Unendingly. And that's next to informal approval. Nice. Snoopy Jaluha's back. What's up? Pass me the Red Bull. Oh, so many new names in chat. I love it. Ever. Good. Blonde and Confused likes it. Okay. Ever it is. And informal approval, yeah. Good. Happy with that. What's the clue for 36 across, I'm being asked? Where's 36 across? Oh no, I hate when I can't find what's being asked for. Why am I totally blind? Oh, here it is. Oh yeah, we never looked at this. Good point. Bowl successes, TDs. Okay, touchdowns. Very good point. That was worth checking. We never looked at that. About 10 minutes of silence. Except silence is spelled with TS and not CE. About 10 minutes of silence. It's a strange clue. Heave is here on TikTok, getting the right answer, getting 2 right answers in a row. And a third one. Why not, Keeve? Keep it up. Real. About 10 minutes of silence. Wow, I'm trying to understand this clue. I'm thinking maybe we're talking silent films and a reel, like a spool of film that they used to use, or that each reel maybe is 10 minutes of footage. Is that the idea? I really like the clue, about 10 minutes of silence, but it's spelled this way. That was interesting. Silent films, yeah. Okay. Nesting place. Nesting place. Wow, Tina was fast on that one. Limb. Limb looks good. Talking where birds literally build their nests. Although HM is a little strange. Medical Insurance Organization. Org. Lucinda giving me the tree emoji, yes. Jalea says, I don't get limb. I think the idea is nesting place where birds build their nests. Birds nest on tree limbs. Okay, Douglas, Lady AJ, and Son of Canadian are saying HMO. Penny Jordan agrees. Yeah, I don't remember what HMO stands for, but it is a health insurance thing. So I definitely think that looks good. Let's go back. I like a left to right solve. So let's resume here. What most of AZ eschews? AZ is the state abbreviation of Arizona. That is how I am interpreting this clue. Health Maintenance Organization. Thank you, pass me the Red Bull. Jalea says, where I'm from, we call them branches, not limbs. Yeah, I guess that they're both, but a tree limb is definitely a thing. What most of AZ eschews? Jen Couture is saying sun. Rainbow Canoe, welcome back. Glad to see you again. Okay, most people are saying DST, daylight savings time. That's interesting. I remember some states don't observe daylight savings time. I didn't remember that it was Arizona. The fact that we have this letter abbreviation in the clue justifies the letter abbreviation in the answer. So I think it's a really good guess and an interesting factoid. Felix and Scav confirming that they don't do daylight savings time. All right, great. Roll that costs $5. Roll that costs $5. Nice. Kind of a tricky clue, but not too tricky for you guys. We got Philip and Laura and Brandy Klein all saying dimes. Pass me the Red Bull. Yeah, I guess when you have a roll of dimes, you roll them up, and you make $5 worth of dimes. Warthog and Ria got that. Nice. Okay. Climbed over. Autumn is here getting dimes. Climbed over. Let's check this I as well. Rapper, cop show actor. I definitely know this one. And Santiago seems to know 41 Down. Tina says, I used to work at a casino, sold lots of rolls of dimes. Seems like an interesting job. Lucinda and Amy and Scav are all telling me scaled. Yeah, climbed over. Like to scale a wall is to climb it. And AJ is very excited about Ice-T. Yeah, Ice-T began his career as a rapper, but is now has been on Law and Order SVU for ages. So that's got to be right. Very smooth solve, I would say, today. Even with these sequestered corners, which always make me a little nervous. Menfolk. Okay. Menfolk. Yeah, I think what Ken and Jen are saying makes sense. Males. Looks right. Bring for. Oh, by the way, where do we expect a theme answer down here? I'm expecting two more. One in this section, one in this. Maybe it'll be perfectly symmetric. So not this one, but the one below it. Let's just keep an eye out. Bring forth. Bring forth. Arkadium says Jack is taking it easy on us before the harder puzzles this weekend. Yeah, maybe so. I didn't intend for this puzzle to be so easy. I would call it mid-range difficulty, but yes, if I think Arkadium is hinting at the Saturday Stumper. If you want a really hard puzzle, join me on Saturday. That's when we do the hardest puzzles. And Jake Thomas just followed us, so he's gonna be able to come. PK says illicit for bring forth. That looks right. And Nikki followed us. Thank you, Nikki. Santiago likes illicit. Now you listen. Okay, yeah, this is a themer. This is a theme entry. Autumn followed us, thanks. Saturdays are no joke, guys, though. They're not for the faint of heart. Yeah. Blake is spelling it out. See here, but remember, C sounds like the letter C. just like Y, Q, and O sound like their letters. So that's perfect. I'm expecting one more theme entry at exactly 64 across. It's just how crosswords tend to go. Tess says Saturdays are a good time. Tina says Saturday is fun. I'm glad you guys feel that way. I always look forward to them. Lindsay Vaught followed. Thanks, Lindsay. Painters Studios. Ooh, more French. Luckily, I know this one. Warthog does too. Ateliers. Right? Like this? Bobby Quirk. It's a cool name. Painters Studios. Yeah, that's literally what these are. If you haven't seen that word, that's just what it means. It's like it's an art studio. Ateliers. Oh, Felix spelling out the letters Y, Q, O, C, saying I was hoping the theme letters would spell something. That would have been a really nice layer, Felix. That would have been a very cool idea, but you're right. It's not looking promising that they're going to spell something. Tina's like, I still don't know French. Lisa, thanks for following us. Shai says it would be really cool to have friends of Arkadium Crosswords do a crossword live. Oh, you mean like come on video and solve with us? Donna says there's no way people just know that while you guys are Googling it. I don't know. I don't know, Donna. I think that we have a lot of smart viewers, and it's also when if a bunch of people are watching something, and 5 people happen to know it, there's always going to be people who know different things, right? Jimmy is saying techie. I hadn't even read the clue. Software Whiz is a techie. It looks perfect. AJ agrees. Shania says, I would love to do that for my 30th birthday in 2026. All right, Shania, that does sound fun. Rand says Saturday Stumper is a collaborative affair. Yes, no Googling, I don't think, happens on a Saturday Stumper because we struggle. We struggle every minute of those solves. GH and Douglas Filler and Pass Me the Red Bull all saying Civ. I haven't even read, man, chat is flying, so I'm getting distracted. Holy Utensil. Duo on YouTube also saying Civ. Holy with an E, importantly, so it's literally full of holes. All right, 4 squares left in this section. Arkadium says Saturday Stumpers for the true players. Yeah. Trying Trip. Kiev and Paraffin and D and Tina are saying Trek. Sar says, what's your rating? I don't know what you mean by rating. Rating in what? Trying Trip is a trek. Good. Impels and Goes After. And that is going to give us a twisty letter. Good. Ooh, Shania, a twisty letter. What do you think that's going to be? Yeah. Oh, Shania says, well, we rate you 100% in awesome factor. That's the nicest thing I've heard all week. Yeah, this is looking like an S. Indeed, a twisty letter. And impels and seeks. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot we had this empty square there on purpose. Just put it out of my mind. Out of sight, out of mind. I don't want to deal with it. Vertical transportation giant. Vertical transportation giant. Oh, I see what they're doing here. It was confusing for a sec. We got Henlo on YouTube. Welcome to you. Okay. Ooh, Edie Rose Brooks. Keith says, what's an Otis? Otis is a major brand of escalators, right? Maybe they make elevators too, but if you go on an escalator, there's usually something that says Otis nearby. Look for it next time. So that's why it's vertical transportation, because that's their specialty. Escalators. I guess most people are saying elevators, so maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was escalators. Sam says elevators for sure. Alicia Otis, says Scav. Very helpful. F1 says in UK there are lifts. Yes, true. All right, points of interest in animation. That's a cute clue. Laura saw right through it. James says such an American reference. Yeah, these crosswords are very American. Pixels. Literally the points of interest in animation. Cute stuff. Dental procedure. Oh, AJ said something that everyone is. They nicknamed a character in Chicago Fire Otis because his job was elevators. Oh, okay. There you have it. So maybe I'm wrong that it has anything to do with escalators. Maybe it's all elevators. NT and Jilly and Ledition on Twitch are saying exam. Yeah, I guess a dental procedure is an exam. Oh, and more doctor stuff. Doctor's order. Doctor's order, dental procedure. Okay. What do we think? Oh, TikTok chat just kind of dried up. Oh, NT is saying say so. Tina is saying say ah. Savage Rhino followed us. Savage Rhino, that's an awesome name. Felix is also saying say ah. It does make sense. Keep says, who are the English majors in the chat? It's a good question. Elevators and escalators, according to their website, says Tess. Thank you. Okay, I'm glad I wasn't losing it there. Say ah. Okay, is anyone feeling like they should have swapped these clues? This could have been doctor's procedure is an exam, and a dentist's order is say ah, not just any old doctor. I think that was a missed opportunity. Oh, Blake is an English major. Nice. Oh, we should really be looking at 64 across. Pretend you didn't see 60 down. Oh, we got more doctor stuff. Ophthalmic specialty, yes. Tess is another English major. Makes sense. Crosswords are very verbal activity. Okay, yeah, everyone guessing Warthog and AJ getting a memo. Might as well write it in. Lower left word on some checks. Memo. That's the little space where you can write down what the check is for. But we already have our thematic stuff in place here. Ophthalmic specialty. I guess we're actually not sure. Brandy Klein is saying eyewear, which makes sense. Son of Canadian saying eye care, which I might even like more. Rand is saying eye test. Really could be that as well. So let's leave that blank. But I'm happy that I completes our theme. We have Y, Q, O, C, and I. Do they spell anything, Felix? That's up to you to figure out. Certain chart topper at 65 down. Ria is guessing eye exam, which I would be in favor of, except we just put exam in the grid up here, and they don't tend to duplicate things like that. Moomin Man says eyeball. I guess that's true. An ophthalmic specialty is an eyeball, so I don't know. I think we just don't have enough information. We need some downs. Timmer and Ledition are saying a hit. That looks good. Certain chart topper, so we're talking the music charts. Felix says, oh, I see why. Q. That was a very good attempt at making these spell out something. I like that. New botanical growth. Okay, I likes bop more. Certain chart topper is a bop. Bop is sort of the more modern term for hit. Not sure. But everyone is telling me shoots. New botanical growth for shoots. Ah, okay. So what is this then? Because that doesn't work with hit or bop. Alicia likes that bop works with eyeball. Huh. Is this our first real hiccup in the... No, I keep forgetting. We have a real nightmare ahead of us, but out of mind. Beef about. We need some crosses here. I'm not sure what's going on in this section. Ooh, Felix. Felix has another idea. Oh, and Brandy and Zinzer are agreeing. CEO, tough clue, man. Certain chart topper. We're talking org chart. Wow, certain chart topper is a CEO. So CEO is at the top of the org chart. The C could still work with I care. And dude named Dave and Lucinda and Rand are saying lament, and AJ on YouTube is saying lament. Beef about is to lament. I care. Okay, and finally, I think we're making sense of things down here. Let's not get complacent though. We got a few more squares to fill in. Concrete construction. Yeah, Henlo agrees with I care. I like that. Okay. A few different guesses. Rome, but most roof, says logician. Most people are saying road. That seems to be the prevailing guess. Shinks and Zinzer. A lot of Shinks likes road, concrete construction. I mean, maybe we check some crosses. Road seems pretty good though. Have a good soak. Have a good soak. Duo wants road as well, so maybe let's put road in. Roads are mostly asphalt, says Tina. Is that how different is that from concrete? Forgive me. Oh wow. TikTok chat is flying. Mary J. Blige boots and Shinks and Sky Monkey. Oh, do we have a second viewer on Twitch? What's up? Puzzling Old Man. I don't know why Twitch doesn't get more love. It's a great place to watch streams. Most of our viewers are on TikTok, but welcome to you, Puzzling Old Man. Have a good soak is bathe. I like that. JC, thanks for following us. Mary J. Blige says it could also be based. Like this. Have a good soak. I suppose so. Bathe feels a little more natural to me. Turned green, perhaps. Steve and Shinks and AJ and Jilly are all saying died. Yeah, turns green. We're not talking like getting sick in the face or something. We're literally saying change something to green. Periphery. Okay. I think we're in good shape here. I can see plausible words for all of these. Rainbow Canoe moved over to Twitch. Let me know how you like it over there. Okay, Eric Albertson is here, as is, what was that, Goddess Particle? Some of these usernames, I don't know how you guys come up with this. Periphery looks like edge. Red suit, okay. Okay. Archie just finishing the rest of the corner. Exterminate followed us, thanks. Okay, hearts, red suit, hearts makes a lot of sense. We're talking a deck of cards, and no drum roll yet because we're not actually in the land. We have one more lingering section. Fire-breathing boss crossing dust remover. So rag is making sense. Rag will remove dust, and a tyrant is a fire-breathing boss. And now we have a decision to make because chat seems pretty split. We have one blank cell in this puzzle. Apparel at 33 down, quick break at 46 across. The problem is an A and an S both seem to work here. Toga is a type of apparel. Togs is sort of an old-timey word for apparel. A quick break could be a nap, like you take a break, or it could be snap. I want you guys to vote. Sean and Son of Canada and Shinks are saying toga. Amy and AJ and GH are saying togs. Just put S or A in chat. Just put S or A, and I'm going to try to collect. Tess is like, OMG, I can't handle this. This is this is a really close call. We had a close call a while, and chat is so split. It's amazing. I think I'm going to have to be a tiebreaker here. I think I'm going to have to be a tiebreaker because chat is completely split. I like S more, guys. I'm sorry. I just like S more. I think toga is too specific for this general clue of apparel. That's where I am. If we don't get confetti, 1,000 apologies. It's on me. Here we go. Ooh, okay. That was close. That was close. We got it. Well done, everybody. Yes, it is, says Larry. Okay, we're not done. Don't turn me off just yet because we're about to play Hurdle. It'll only be a few minutes, but it's a very fun game. I enjoyed this crossword though. Jilly, thanks for the. I'm feeling celebratory. That was a close one. All right, I'm gonna switch my screen. Bring up some Hurdle. It's Hurdle o'clock. Let's do it. You guys can see that, hopefully. All right, Shania is psyched for Hurdle. Rainbow Canoe is psyched for Hurdle. If you don't know how this works, I think it's easiest to just see by example. If you do know how Wordle works, it starts out just pretty much like Wordle, but then it gets more interesting. So we gotta start with a 5-letter word. I kind of like, in the past we've been doing words from the crossword. Yeah, Tina said just tenor. I like that. That was in our crossword today. So let's just do that. Honor the word puzzle we just did and start us off with something. That was not very good luck. GH just followed us. Thanks. So what this means, by the way, is we're trying to guess a 5-letter word, and all we know so far is that none of these letters exist in the 5-letter word. They would have lit up in a color if they existed. So there's no E, there's no O, there's no R, there's no N, there's no T. I think we should guess a word that has other vowels in it. Yeah, Blake wants audio. I'm reluctant just because the O would be a waste. Tina says, oh, bad on me. It was totally reasonable. Ooh, Tess guesses Cupid. I like that. That uses a U and an I. Cupid, let's try it. Ooh, good guess. We got the U and the I in the correct locations. That's what the green means. That there is not only is there a U and an I in the final word, that U is in the 2nd position, I is in the 4th position. So that opened things up nicely. Wow, Blake has a wild guess. See, Kea is saying build, but Kea, that puts the I in the wrong position. That's not where the I is. TikTok chat seems in close agreement about quail. Ooh, but Puzzling Old Man says music. Oh, no, there's no C. Puzzling Old Man, there's no C. So let's try quail. It's a great guess. How about that? Well done. That was awesome. After getting no hits the first one. Okay, so this is what makes Hurdle different from Wordle, is that now we do another board. We just jumped over this hurdle, and our first guess is automatically the answer from the previous puzzle. And then something special happens at the end that I'll show you when it happens. Well done, everybody. Quail was awesome. All right, what are we doing here? Ledition wants rates, which is a very mature guess, I want to say. It's just restrained, you know? It's all common letters. I'm happy with rates. Let's try it. Oh, I just deleted that instead of, yeah. Good. I can work with this. Oh, they said no plural, says Scav. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. I forgot, yeah, that they don't do plural words. That was a bit of a waste. We still have 4 more guesses, and we did get more information. My bad. Snoopy wants match. Laura wants catch, and Mary J. Blige wants batch. But everyone is in the same mood here. Alicia said batch, so let's go with that one. Okay. Interesting. That C could actually go at the beginning or the end. Although I am having trouble thinking of actual words that put it at the end, so maybe it makes more sense at the beginning. Nancy followed us. Thanks, Nancy. Edie says use a filler word with all those letters. Yeah, there's sort of a philosophical question about Wordle playing of whether to use these filler words or not. I don't know why I lean against it, but we can do it if we get in trouble. Wow, TikTok chat is in unanimous agreement about caddy. Not where my mind was going. But Judo on YouTube also likes it, and Ledition and AJ like it, so let's try it. Hell yeah, how'd you guys do that? That was awesome. Okay. Okay, so this is our 3rd board. We start with caddy. We know there's a Y in the last slot. 5 guesses. Kea, thanks for following us. Blake is like, we smart, Jack. I know. I don't even know why I asked. Of course, that's the answer. Shania says, I'm literally keeping notes on my note app for this. That is devotion. I love it. Warthog is saying early. Oh, no, it can't be early because of the A. Lumpy. Interesting. Phony, money. Perky. Rainbow Canoe saying pinky. I don't know why I want... Oh, noisy. I like noisy. That's what Edie says. The reason I like it is because it's comprised of common letters, and it has 2 new vowels in it. So I just feel like it... Okay, not the best hit, but I stand by the choice. So we do have an I somewhere, and there's no S-O or N. Okay, the I's not going to go in the 4th slot, because I don't think there's any 5-letter word that ends in IY. I challenge you to think of one. Timur is saying surly. Oh, but surly starts with an S, so that's no longer good. Oh, pinky and milky. Oh, it can't be pinky because of the N. Gotta keep us honest here. Ooh, Jen says fiery. I kind of like that. How do we feel about fiery? Yeah, I like this, yeah? Okay, we placed the I. Struggling a bit on this one. We have 3 more guesses. What's this gonna be? Shink says dizzy. It's a bold guess, because if we're wrong, we get very little information out of dizzy. Felix says milky, which I know someone else guessed earlier. Milky? Yeah, people are agreeing with milky, so let's try that. Puzzling old man wants picky. No, but no C. Okay, we're getting like, we're chipping away ever so slowly. The L, I think 2 guesses should be enough for this, but I'm starting to sweat a little bit. Ah, this is looking like a double L to me. Does anyone agree? We're sort of out of vowels. There could be a U, but that's not going to go in this 4th slot. So it's very much looking like a double L. Yeah, Felix says Billy, Hilly, Dilly. I'm inclined, yeah, Judo and Puzzling Old Man are saying Hilly. Jessica likes it as well, so let's go with Hilly and just cross our fingers. Ah, okay, confirm the L, but now we only get 1 guess. Oh man, I thought it was going to be Hilly. So what is it? Billy? So Jilly is in chat, but I don't think it's a valid word in Hurdle. Billy, like a billy goat. I'm looking at all the possible letters. Gilly, I don't think is a word. Dilly, like dilly dally. Pilly? I think it has to be... Man, it actually could be several things. My preference... Oh no, what do we do? Billy or Dilly? Let's choose between those, B or D. I don't think Lily is a word like this. With 2 L's? I don't think... Yeah, Lily's 4 letters, the flower. Mr. Phil on YouTube wants Billy. That's where I am leaning to. I really hope we don't lose here. More people are saying D. Shoot. Amy Gal says go with your gut. Oh no. This is just like the crossword where I had to make the final decision, but honestly, can we undo? I don't think so. Tina says B. Larry says B, please. That's my leaning too. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh no. Nice try. We lost. Wow, that hasn't happened before. Well, that's the way of Hurdle sometimes. I guess, is Dilly a word in this game? Let's see. Can we continue? What even happens? Play again? How does this work? So I can see the backlog. Tomorrow's. No, we can only share. No, I think we're out of luck. We lost. I apologize. We don't even get to see what it was. Jilloha says you were the chosen one. I don't know. I chose and I failed us. I didn't fail us for the crossword. I'll take the credit for that. Well, that's our show, everybody. It was Dilly, says Jessica. Bummer. Hey, we tried. That is how Hurdle goes sometimes. And Willow says it said Dilly. Oh, it said it was Dilly. I missed that. My bad. It said it was Dilly, like Dilly Dally. Well, thank you so much for playing word games with me all afternoon. I really enjoyed it. I always have fun. We stream every single day at noon Eastern time. So if you're not following us, what are you doing? It's time to follow us. And in the meantime, check out Arkadium.com. They put out awesome games and puzzles like this. And tomorrow we'll play Hurdle again, and I think we'll win tomorrow. Well done. This was fun. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. This is so fun, says Stump. That's awesome. Have a good day, everybody.